Hey, welcome back to the 100% Real Podcast visual version. Hey, I want to let you guys know right now that this is the most highest requested video, highest requested podcast ever. All right, this guy has been on multiple platforms such as Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, and maybe some more I don't know about. But hey, show your love and support for Twisted Pennywise.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. Oh, I like the backdrop.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, that was from my last Zoom. Yeah.
But
I was talking to my fiance's friends.
all right, let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, for sure, dude.
Let me.
Can you hear me good though?
Yeah. I can hear you
Okay,
perfectly.
Cool. All right, cool.
Let me set up this real quick. Before we get started, how's everything going? Where you are right now?
California-wise, I mean, everything's pretty good here. People are doing good with their social distancing, but you know, occasionally you see people that don't wear masks. But other than that,
Yeah.
everything's good. Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the 100% Real Podcast. Today's gonna be a spooky day, I guess you could say, because I have here with me right now. He has 1 million followers on TikTok, if I'm correct.
Yep, that's correct.
Congratulations. He's doing amazing stuff. So I want you to give it up for Mike, aka Twisted Pennywise. What's going on?
Yo. Yeah, what's up? How you guys doing?
First of all, like I said, congratulations on 1 million on TikTok. That's insane, bro.
I know, bro. The number still keeps going up. The algorithm on TikTok is kind of weird, but hey,
It is.
The numbers still keep going up.
So how long have you been doing cosplay? As far as
I basically started on like in 2017, like right after the first movie came out. Chapter 1 came out. But even before that, people have told me like, hey, like, because occasionally like I'd laugh, and for some reason I laugh like a clown. And then I'm like, oh, okay, because it's kind of like high pitch and it's kind of just like clown. And then I took note, and then after the movie came out, my fiance was like, hey, like you almost sound like that guy, and I'm like, I do. And then she was just like, yeah, maybe you should try practicing the voice, and I'm like, okay. So I didn't take really note of it until like a lot of people started telling me like, hey, maybe you should do the Pennywise thing.
Nice.
All right. So that was in 2017, and I have like pictures on my Instagram where the glow up process.
Yeah.
Since 2017 all the way to 2019, my bad. But 3 years.
That's crazy. So I've seen you on your Instagram. You've been to Comic-Con, I guess, numerous of times, or was that your first time?
That was actually my first time, dude.
Really awesome, bro.
Yeah, LA Comic-Con.
Was that the San Diego one?
That was the LA one. Yeah. San Diego Comic-Con is kind of like hard to get into. You have to be like, you have to get like the ticket like right away as soon as it goes on sale. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what are your what is your experience like at Comic-Con when it comes to you being Pennywise and in costume and everything?
Oh, dude.
Like the reaction. What is the reactions like?
All right. So my brother and I, he came with me so he can take videos and pictures.
Yeah.
And he came with me, and like the freeway, like going to the convention alone, it had like a long line.
Yeah.
So of course I was driving dressed up like Pennywise, and the people in front of me, like the people were like looking back from the back of their car, and they're just like, "Yo, can we take a picture of you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I'm kind of just like flagging them, like, "Yeah, go ahead," Okay. So it was kind of funny. So so as soon as we got to the parking lot area, right? So it's kind of like a building.
Yeah.
And we're parked inside, and I was putting my suit on because I was just like, I had my I didn't have the ruffle on.
Yeah.
It was just like straight up, just like makeup from like the neck, and then like the prosthetic piece,
Uh-huh.
And it was just weird because like you only see like a clown dressed up like in a white t-shirt and like a little jumper, and it was funny. So like I come out from the car and people were like, "What the hell? Like, is that a mask?" And they're just like, "Nah." And then they started like freaking out because I'm just like talking like this.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What the heck? Like, is that a silicone mask?" I'm like, "No, it's actually just makeup." And then they're like, "Wow, that's like too real." And I'm like, "Okay." So since then, I was just like, "Oh, that's actually pretty cool." That was my first encounter with like people that was actually dressed up that day. And yeah, so we were walking around the parking lot trying to figure out like where the entrance is, and we got lost for a little bit. And then finally one of the valet guys, he had his back turned around, but I was coming up to him, and like people were like screaming like, "Yo, get out of there, Pennywise is coming for you." And the guy was just like, "Wait, what?" And then he turns around, and I was like, "Hey man, like," and then like my brother and I are lost. Where's the entrance for LA Comic Con? He got so freaked out, he jumps, and he's like, "Man, you almost made me drop like my drink." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." Like, he was like, "Where'd you come from?" And I'm like, "Oh, just around the corner." And he was like,
"It's around the corner."
Yeah, he was like, "You know what? Just for that, you scaring me, I'm gonna like show you guys like a way to get past the line where you don't have to wait, and you get past the
so cool, bro.
Yeah. So he showed us the way to pass the long line and the metal detector line.
Yeah.
And we got to like a VIP section area, and we got in. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't have to pay for anything." I didn't have to pay for or like get anything checked, and it was cool. So yeah, so we were already inside, basically, and where you like pick up your badge.
Yeah.
And so at that point, like when people started seeing me, they're like, "Yo, can we take a picture of you? Like you look too good. Like it looks like you're the real person." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
That was my first whenever I first saw you on TikTok, I was like, "Wait a minute, this can't be this." Whoa! Like I was like, "Wait, Bill's on TikTok? Hold up now, hold up."
Yeah, he's not gonna take his time to go get dressed up. It takes too much, but hey, I try to be good at it for as long as I can,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And since then, like when I picked up my badge, even the person that was handing out the badge,
Yeah.
they were like, "Can I take a picture of you? You were like the best looking Pennywise we've seen all day. That was like best dressed all day."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Like the first comments. So like the first 4 comments that I got, I was kind of like, "Okay, this is like going in a good start."
Yeah.
And then as soon as I get my badge, right? As soon as I get my badge, I put it on. Kids started like flocking on me, and they're just like, "Can we take a picture with you?" And I swear to God, they're like, I think like at the end of the day, I almost had like at least almost 1,000 pictures.
That's insane.
Yeah, and it's still in my drive. I haven't posted any of it as much.
That's crazy.
Because it's just like, oh, that's a memory to look to look back on, and improve on it at the same time.
Yeah.
So
So like, how long does it take you to like get in costume with like the makeup, like the whole thing?
okay, so the first time I finally put on everything, I was gonna go to Monster Palooza, but that didn't happen because I had issues like putting on my makeup, and
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
was sweating, and I gave up. And that makeup process took like, I'm not kidding you, took almost 6 hours just to get everything good.
Oh my gosh.
6 hours, and I missed out. And then like my drive from the house all the way to Monster Palooza, it was about like an hour, 30-minute drive. And I'm
Oh
just like,
gosh,
oh
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Oh wow.
yeah, I'm glad I didn't go because the drive, it was already like 2 p.m. and Monster Palooza was gonna end like around 4, I think it was.
Oh yeah, then at that point it was no point in really going.
Yeah, like
At that point.
everything is gone. Yeah. So I'm just like, you know what? Like I'll promise myself next time, LA Comic Con, I'm gonna do way better. So like, LA Comic Con came around and I was able to like finish my makeup like in 4 hours, right?
Oh, that's not
So it was
bad.
like, yeah. So I was still in that process of learning,
Yeah, yeah.
and then going back to like, experience wise,
Hmm.
that's when I started hearing from people like, hey, you did that really good, so cool. So to answer your question, yeah, like it went from 6 hours to 4 hours, and then now I'm trying to get better at it. So
Hmm.
now it's like roughly around 2 hours to like 3 hours, maybe less than three
I'm
hours.
impressed. I'm impressed.
Yeah, dude.
That's that, that's
So
that's that's hard work and dedication for you, man.
yeah, man, like the hardest part
Hmm.
on like getting into cosplay, like putting that on, is like the headpiece, because the headpiece, I bought it from another cosplayer,
Yeah.
and her husband's head is like way bigger than mine. So there's no way that, of course, like, I'm gonna be like able to fit it, and it's like 100% like glove fitment.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. So I had to like come up with a way where like to compensate for like the space
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah.
What I had to do was like, put cotton in there, or like polyfill, like the stuff that you see like in the pillows.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had like a used pillow, and I just like cut that up, and I took everything out, and I just like put it in there, glued it in there, and then like kind of just put it on, making sure everything's good. So yeah, I mean, like a lot of people would tell me like, dude, like the head is a little too big, and I'm like, no, I was like, no, you're right, you're right. I'm not hating, like, but you guys gotta understand, like I bought the prosthetic piece,
Yeah.
and it's not fit to my head, it's fit to that person's head.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like I'm dying to like make my own prosthetic piece. So like, I start making my own stuff basically,
Yeah.
like that's fit exactly to my head. So yeah, like so after that, like the gluing process is kind of like what makes it a little bit harder too, because the glue that I use is sometimes Prozade or
Uh-huh.
silicone adhesive. So both works like pretty good, but once you start sweating, like both of them kind of like start breaking down. So you always
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
kind of like press on it, hold it, and then let it like dry again.
Hmm.
So it's a process. So getting that down, and then putting the white clown makeup on, letting that dry, and then putting like a setting powder, and then letting that dry, and then get your red paint, and making sure that you're not shaking, right? Like, because you got to make sure like the red paint is like pretty good,
Yeah.
like like the red lines like goes like pretty good. So yeah, like learning like from like 2017 to like 2019 until now,
Yeah.
I still have that issue, like where I'm kind of like, oh crap, like my hand is like shaky a little bit. But
Yeah.
I had to find a way where I can compensate for like the lines that are kind of like jagged.
Uh-huh.
So I played around. I played around and bought a lot of brushes where I can just like go over and kind of like fix it to make it like a little bit smoother.
Uh-huh.
So you know, and it's a process, dude. And
I can only imagine, man.
Yeah, man. Then right after that red paint, I gotta wait for it to dry, and then I'll get my setting spray. And I spray my face. I sit down there for like maybe like 2 to 5 minutes, dry it out, and then I'm good. So just a couple of days ago, I was on my live feed on Instagram, and a lot of people were like watching me get on.
Yeah, I was in there. I was in there.
Yeah, dude, it was a process.
I was like,
I was just
this
like,
dude is going crazy. I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
Who do you think did the best version of Pennywise? Tim Curry or Bill?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Bill Skarsgård took it to the next level.
He did. I'm not. Yeah, I like.
With like the technology that we have right now, of course, like the voice, like people don't understand that when it comes to movies, when they do voices,
yeah,
especially like the clown voice, they kind of like play around with that and the sound system.
Oh yeah.
That's what like when people tell me like, oh man, like you sound like Scooby Doo. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like, maybe I do, And I'm just like, okay, well, in my head, I'm like, well, you guys have no idea that there's like a sound effects people there that kind of like, fixes like every little thing to make it sound super good. You know what I mean? And like just the laugh, like when Eddie, with the one with like the broken arm.
Yeah.
When the first time he met Pennywise, like at the back of Nabolt's house.
I remember that scene.
Yeah, when he did that laugh, you could tell it's sound effects.
Oh
like, yeah, he did the laugh, but the people that works at the back,
they kind of tweaked it a little bit. Yeah, they kind of put their own twist to it. It was, that was classic. I think that I like Bill's version of Pennywise, but the Tim Curry will always be iconic because like that's when you like before like when you think of Pennywise before the movie came out, you would think of Tim Curry,
Tim Curry,
because he was like his Pennywise was such an icon. It's ridiculous.
It was creepy, like the part. Like I said, Bill Skarsgård took it to another level, but in my heart, it's Tim Curry's, because the first time that Tim Curry, when I saw the TV show, I mean, because it was like a miniseries, I think, yeah. And then the first time I saw it was at that part where he was like in the shower room and he kind of like just like comes out.
Yeah.
Ah, Jesus, dude, I was just like, what the? Like, that was super creepy.
My favorite one was when they were in when Pennywise was in the library and he was on top and he said something and he did that weird laugh. I was like, bro, what is this?
The thing that really like got me laughing was like that part where he was like roasting that dude Richie.
Oh yeah.
And he he kind of like got on that little ledge thing.
Yeah.
And he was like spinning something. It was just
that was when they were at the library, right?
Yeah, that was a library scene where the balloons were like popping.
Yeah. So
yeah, that was pretty creepy.
What is your favorite horror movie in general?
Okay. My favorite one, the one that scarred me for life, was the Nightmare on Elm Street. Was with Freddy Krueger.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Mine had to be The Grudge. I'm not gonna lie. Mine was The Grudge.
Oh yeah. The Grudge is like, woof.
Listen, whenever I was younger, my cousin stayed with us, and we had watched The Grudge, and we had like French style doors, and so she would scare me and be like, she's out in the window. I was like I was like, you know what? I'm not watching this movie alone. I can't take it. I think that's the movie that got me. I think that's it.
Hey man, like Asian movies, like Japanese movies, like they're like something else.
Oh yeah, they're hardcore.
If you compare it to like American movies, like don't get me wrong, I'm not hating. It's just like
Yeah.
growing up watching like Asian movies, it's like what the
Yeah. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was like we were talking about horror movies, and she said the one that got her was Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh man, yeah. That's pretty funny, but
and she told
creepy.
me to watch it. I was like, what in the world is this?
Yeah, everything was just so messed up in that, especially the shadow scene where the clown
Oh my
was
gosh.
I'm like, what? How is that even possible?
Exactly. So if you had but how do I want to put this? If COVID wasn't here right now and somebody offered you like a script for like a movie, like a horror movie,
Yeah.
what movie would you want to be in if that was ever
like you mean to tell me like from like Nightmare on Elm Street, or
I mean
you know,
like just in general, like if somebody were to be like, hey, I love your work, we want to have you on our TV show, or we want you to be in a movie or something like that, what movie would you want to be in?
Oh bro, I would go for the horror and the suspense genre.
Oh, nice.
Well, of course. That's where I kind of grew up in, you know, and it's pretty cool. But you know, like I could actually like, you know, like play like a little bit like suspicious kind of type of like character, where you know, kind of like what do you call this, Hannibal, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like Hannibal. It's kind of just like like if I were to play like some character, I could be like, oh, just like a cool type of person, but really like there's like, you know, skeletons in my closet basically. So yeah, those types are like the best ones.
What's your take on the Conjuring series? Like
The Conjuring, the first one was pretty good, and then I guess the Annabelle came out too, and everything I guess like kind of ties in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan. Like it's pretty good. It's a good what do you call it? Like sequels, you know?
Yeah.
Prequels and sequels. It's good, but it never really scared me. You know?
To be honest, me neither. Is I think the creepiest one was probably The Conjuring 2. Cause
the second one, which one was that one? At the house, right?
That was the one with the nun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, okay. I think that one was the one that was like, okay, I gotta keep watching what's gonna happen after this because I don't know.
Hey, I think that was the one that I guess like they were in UK or something.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
Okay,
actually, yeah, that was actually pretty good because there was a scene there where like there's a chair like in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
And then like that old dude just pops up. I'm like, what?
Exactly. It's like, how'd you get there, dude? What the heck?
Just like the shadow, like the creepiness of it.
Yeah.
And then like, you just see something.
And then when the girl turned around, the remote was just floating in the air.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, now this is too much.
Yeah, dude. I'm yeah, like I guess like they're coming out again with another the Nun.
It's they're coming out with the Conjuring 3. It's supposed it's supposed to come out. It was supposed to be released this year, but I think they're gonna they had to push back production because of COVID, and it's probably gonna be
Yeah.
released next year, hopefully.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. All right. All right.
Just to grab more stuff
It
in.
sucks.
I know.
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
And then whenever the Comic-Con here got canceled, I was just like, bro, this is tough.
Oh
This
yeah.
is tough.
I don't know if you saw it, but like I put it on my story on Instagram, and I think there's like a new dates for Comic-Con, LA
Yeah.
Comic-Con. I think it's December 11th to the 13th. So I think they're gonna do Comic-Con this
Uh-huh.
year, and but it's gonna be, of course, like supervised, like COVID-19.
Yeah,
So
COVID-19 style.
yeah,
It's
dude.
go-
I
it,
mean,
it's gonna be weird, but I mean these are times we're living in right now, unfortunately.
yeah, it sucks, but hey, if it gets people out there dressed up like how they want to be, then just have fun, meet more people, in a safe way.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, because I mean, like if that doesn't get canceled, I mean, if that was like a green light, actually, like December 11th to 13th,
Uh-huh.
I'm actually like gonna, of course, like I'll be dressed up as Pennywise, and I'll be giving out like cards like, oh hey, like add me on Instagram, or, TikTok. Or
Yeah.
like I walk around like on the balloon, but like the balloon is kind of like there's like letterings on the balloon that says like my Instagram stuff, like basically my social profiles. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do if the LA Comic Con goes on a green light for December.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, dude, like
I'm gonna wrap it up here. It
for
was
sure, man.
it was nice talking to you. Hope to talk to you again soon.
Yeah,
And
just hit me up, Jay.
you guys make sure you go follow him on TikTok. Uh, uh, what other platforms are you on currently?
Oh, dude. Well, right now, I don't know if you're aware, but I just set up like a GoFundMe page.
Uh-huh.
It's basically the sole purpose of that is to like raise money where I can like buy my own materials so I can start like making my
Mhm.
own stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So the first project would be like making my own head cast.
Uh-huh.
And my fiance gave me bought me like a class from Stan Winston
Yeah.
University, and I've been learning online like how to do it. So materials are so expensive, and
I
I'm
can only
saving up for like,
imagine.
oh yeah, dude, and I'm saving up for like our marriage for next year, and
Congratulations.
like
Man. Congratulations.
thank you, man, thank you. So yeah, like I'm not, like it's just supporting me. So if people could get up out there, and just like share my work, and
Mhm.
like any support will help me to like get to that goal that I need. So like hopefully by December, like everything's updated. I have like everything that fits my head, like nice, and then like I
Yeah.
have like my own hairstyle. And yeah, well, as of right now, I'm trying to like learn how to sew like my own collar,
Oh
because
yeah,
I just
yeah,
want to
you were
update
telling
it.
me about that.
Yeah, I just want to update everything, and kind of like a little bit fresh,
Yeah.
and by the time of December. But other than that, like the only really thing that bothers me the most is like the headpiece, because like I said, it's not in the shape of my head, so it's a little bit heavy. So like at the end of the day, like like when you like crack your neck, kind of just
Mhm.
like do like exercises, it's like it takes a toll on your neck,
Oh, I can only imagine.
So yeah, so it's all fun here and there, like uh recording videos and stuff, but like
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I'm kind of like like my neck hurts,
Yeah, people don't
but
people don't really know what goes on behind the scenes of making videos and stuff like that because all they see is the final product. It's rare that people see what actually goes into like um as far as like costumes and everything like that. They don't really.
oh yeah,
I mean, there's.
yeah,
I mean, there's some that actually do know like some hardcore cosplayers that know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah.
And then there's some that just do what they can.
Yeah, it's like the only thing is too, like online bullying, by the way, if I can add that
Uh huh.
uh to the podcast, online bullying, like people actually do take a serious note of that, because like, oh man, like I would get messages on my TikTok, on my Instagram, and even before I made a TikTok, like people on Instagram would message me, be like, "Hey man, like you don't look anything like Bill Skarsgård," and I'm like, "Of course I don't. Like, I'm not Bill Skarsgård."
Exactly.
Yeah, and then they'd be like, "Nah, you should quit cosplaying. You're not fit for it." You know, like words like that for some people really takes a toll, and
Oh
like
yeah,
it
it
would
does.
kind of like, yeah, depress the heck out of them. But in a way, for me, it's like, hey, I'm having a good time. You're not in my spot. You're not here to talk like crap in front of my face.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
that
like all you do.
and
What's
that
up?
kind of that gives you extra motivation to go even harder on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it gives you that extra push. Like, you know what,
yeah,
I'm gonna try even harder to you know whatever.
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
really.
Like yeah, just like level up
Yeah.
even more. Because like before I started the TikTok thing, you know, I was telling a few friends of mine, you know, from my last job, I
Hmm.
was telling them like, hey, like, you guys heard of TikTok, you know? And then they're like, oh, TikTok is owned by China, and like, you know, they copy our informations. And I'm like, well, do you guys know that the TikTok in United States is being controlled by United States, right? And then they're, you guys know that, right? They have a headquarters here. That doesn't mean China gets it.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, so they're kind of like freaked out about it, and then they're like, eh, even if you like make your TikTok, I don't think you're gonna blow up. You're gonna be one of those people that are like looking all bad, like basically negative stuff, you know.
Yeah,
And
they
I'm kind of
trying.
just like, you know
Yeah,
what? Yeah, I
just
was just like, you know what? I'm gonna push it. Whatever.
trolls trying to knock you down. That
Yeah, man.
just won't happen.
Yeah,
That
it's
just keep
it's
doing.
it's just sad.
It is, because I remember when I went to my first ever Comic Con here in Columbia. They
Hmm.
they call it Soda City Comic Con. I don't know why, but
Hmm.
I went as I'm not sure if you're familiar with wrestling, but I went.
Wrestling. Okay.
Yeah, I went as the Demon King Finn Balor, and
Mm, okay.
he first of all, he's awesome. He's
Mm,
a white male Irish guy, and he
okay.
puts on like face paint and stuff. So me with my glasses, it was kind of weird to do it because I didn't have any like contacts or anything. So
Mm,
it would be like, oh, why are you dressed as the Demon King? He doesn't wear glasses. Da 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 da. I mean,
yeah.
so what is cosplay?
Yeah.
We're not
Exactly.
taking this so serious, but there are a lot of
Yeah.
people that do take it like serious.
Yeah. So like, you know, those people are like on another level. So they
Oh yeah,
know, of course, what's like, oh, you know, like he's just starting, to versus like, oh man, like I have a competition. You know what
oh
I mean?
yeah, oh yeah,
Like it's just like,
and this
like it's inevitable basically.
for sure. And then
Mm.
I saw this one dude. I I can't even imagine how much money it took him just to make his outfit. It was phenomenal.
If it was good, it was a lot of money.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But like I said, man, I'm gonna wrap this up.
For sure, man. Thank you
I
for
don't know
having me.
how I don't know how we got on this tangent, but but yeah. Uh, hey, you guys, like I said, make sure y'all go check him out. He's doing amazing things, bro. Uh, keep up the
Thank you,
good
thank you.
work, and stay safe. And I'll catch you later.
For sure, man. So just to end it, I have like 3 more cosplays in mind that I'll do in the future.
Hmm.
So just stay tuned on my Instagram or TikTok, because as soon as I get like everything gathered up, make my own stuff,
Hmm.
I'll surprise you guys with other cosplays. So I hope I knock your guys' butt out.
But all right, like I said, thank you so much, man. And
For sure, Jay. Thank you for having me for your
yes,
podcast.
sir. I'll
For
catch
sure.
you
Have a
later.
good night, man.
You too.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.